Diane Peters from jcharvestinvestments.com. How are you doing today? Hope everything's going well. This is going to we're recording it on Tuesday with the anticipation of a snowstorm on Wednesday. So you'll probably get this message on Wednesday, and I hope and pray the snow did not find us here in the Northeast. I hope you're having a great day, and today I want to talk about expectations and how they can ruin your relationships. Getting to know people is really very, very, very important. And one thing I learned back, I think I told you I had over 25 years experience in sales. And sometimes people think selling is about telling, and it totally is not. It's about relationship. Back in, I guess maybe about 10 years ago, they started calling it consultative selling. When you're talking with people, you're trying to learn about them. You're trying to learn, if there's a relationship, if there's something we can do with one another, be it a friendship, you're informing somebody about what is going on in your life. No matter what the relationship can be, it can be anything, business, personal, on a basketball team, on a football team, on any team. It's the relationship that holds people together. But the one thing I find, and I hear quite a bit, and I try not to do this myself, is people will meet people, or they'll have a product or a service, and then they will put in these expectations. They start telling you how it's going to be, what it's going to be, what they want from you. And I don't know, in my eyes, that's not really building a relationship. First of all, the first thing it takes to build a relationship is commitment. Now, you have to be committed to whatever it may be. The commitment could be just to get to know someone or get to know about someone. So that's the first thing I think, and that's how I work it. I'm committed to knowing more about this person, this situation. In my career, I've had several different industries I've worked in. Hospitality, I've worked in telecommunications, I worked in furniture rental. I was even a marketing rep for American Red Cross in the blood donors division. And each industry I worked in, I would go in with the idea, I don't know what this is going to be about, but I'm excited because I know nothing about it. And that's how I look at people too. I'm very reserved when it comes to people. I like to observe them. So I like to hear them talk so I can get to figure out if there's any connection there. I know sometimes I can talk a lot, as some of my family members will say. But I do like to hear people and listen to people and try and understand where they're coming from and hear what they're not saying, especially people that might have had experiences in their life that I've never had. And let's face it, none of us in this world have had the same experience. So I think everybody has a story. Now, in my past, I was very, impatient with people, but I had some trauma and drama in my life as a young woman getting married and at a young age and not knowing, what that is all about. There was some domestic violence. But through that all, I know that I suffered a lot of pain. And I talked to you before in another podcast about pain and how I get through it. But one thing I know, that everyone has a story. I don't care where they're at, what they're doing. I don't care what you're selling or you're trying to sell people. If you really want to help people, I just try to listen to people. I try to hear what they're not saying to me. So that means I have to be quiet. And then I don't put any expectations out there. Because I like this show. It used to be called 19 Kids and Counting. It's the Duggards. And the father on that show said something so it just hit my brain. It was like an aha moment. A light bulb went off. And he said, expectations ruin relationships. That was a winner for me. When you don't know something or you don't know someone, I just stop putting these expectations on people. Because when I do something for someone, I expect them to do something back to me or for me. That's expecting. Why should I? If I'm doing something for someone, and they don't reciprocate, that's okay. Because honestly, maybe they're doing the best they can do with what they have. They're giving me all they can give me. So I try not to put any expectations on people. It's very hard to do, because we are human beings, and there are going to be times when we are going to expect something. And that's not such a bad thing. But what I do realize is when I do put that expectation out there, and then what I expected didn't happen, well, that's my fault. It's not that other person's fault. It was my fault. Because I'm expecting something from someone, A, either I don't know them, or B, we didn't have the connection I thought we had. So I have to kind of pull myself back and say, wait a minute. You're coming into this new situation, new job, new whatever, and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. Now, I'm a big believer in God, and I know that He's the only one that knows what's going to happen the next second or minute. I only know what's now in this point in time. So I kind of I actually work on reserving my expectations. And then once again, I'm human. If I have them and they don't come out, I have to remember, Diane, remember, that was your expectation, not theirs. And that takes me out of the realm of having to blame people or it's someone else's fault. You know what? I have free will here. And I can choose to have a relationship with a person or choose not to have a relationship with a person. I can hold my reserve back. I can hold my expectations back. That's the power we truly have. And if we focus more on that and let other people be who they are, I found myself as I've gotten older to be more accepting of more people because I just let them be and keep my expectations to myself. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed my message today. I hope you have a great day. And if you're in the Northeast, I hope and pray we didn't get that snow. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. This is Diane Peters from JCHarvestInvestments.com.